What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Happy Monday. I'm Hayley Lewis, and this is Chiefs News Daily. You saw it there. The Chiefs having a little fun and staying creative. A little quadruple pass on a Monday, because why not? We got a lot of pressers as well to break down from Chiefs training camp, on top of some injury updates. We got one starter off the PUP list and back on the field. We're going to bring it all to you from training camp up in St. Joe. But first, give us a like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel, and let's get into this. Day 8 of training camp has come and gone. We got a lot to discuss. Today was pretty quick. It was a 10 on 10 on 10 practice, no pads, only lasting 1 hour and 17 minutes. However, this was after 3 straight days of padded practices. So let us start by getting y'all caught up on what happened not only today, but the past weekend. We got one major injury headline coming out yesterday. This was on Sunday. ESPN's Field Yates sharing on his Twitter that, quote, Chiefs Pro Bowl guard Joe Thuney has passed his physical, and he's now off the PUP list and continues to recover from his pectoral injury. The NFL's official transaction report confirmed this as well. Now, Thuney did start all 17 regular season games this past season, in addition to the wildcard round over the Miami Dolphins. In the divisional round, though, it was against Buffalo that the starting left guard suffered a pec injury, ending his season. Now, Thuney was spotted on the field today with the starters, ESPN's Adam Teicher sharing, quote, the Chiefs wasted no time with Thuney. He is in his usual spot as a starting left guard. Now, the Kansas City Stars' Sam McDowell also confirmed, quote, Joe Thuney is back at practice and immediately running with the first team on its first snap of the day. Now, players who remain on the PUP list include defensive tackle Derek Nottie with a tricep injury, defensive end Charles Omenihu with that ACL, and cornerback Jalen Watson with a labrum injury. Now, a few other notable injuries: defensive tackle Chris Jones, wide receiver Hollywood Brown, and running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire all did not practice today. The 3 also didn't practice on Sunday, which was yesterday. Head coach Andy Reid shared that Jones is out with a little bit of a groin strain. Both Hollywood and CEH are out due to illness. Now, Clyde actually shared this on Twitter in a post that he's been dealing with PTSD. He wrote, living with PTSD is no small feat. It's hard and very overwhelming. Within the last month, I've had many flare-ups, and the amazing staff here at the Chiefs have been helping me get through some tough times. I'll be back rolling next practice. All love. Now, cornerback Najee Johnson did not work Sunday after leaving practice early on Saturday with a tweaked right knee and hamstring. Johnson's knee kept him out of practice earlier in the week as well. Remember, the third-year cornerback tore his right ACL last August. Wide receiver Justin Watson also been out as well. Watson left practice early on Wednesday after injuring his foot. Now, only 2 players remain on the NFI, that's the non-football injury list. Those players are safety Justin Reed, he has a quad injury, and defensive lineman BJ Thompson. So with that, we're going to throw it up to St. Joe. It was a hot day at Missouri Western State University. Our own Tucker Franklin was out there bearing all the heat. He breaks down the headlines from the fieldwork today. Tuck?
It was a 10-10-10 practice for the Kansas City Chiefs on day 8 of training camp up here in St. Joseph, Missouri. It is getting hot out here, so I'm sure the boys appreciated to put on the shells and the helmets, go out there, execute at a high level, and they got creative today. We're going to show you a couple plays here of how the Chiefs got creative. First, let's start with this one that you saw on Twitter from @KC Sports Network. Here is a quadruple pass. 4 passes in one play. That's Patrick Mahomes to Kadarius Toney, back to Patrick Mahomes, to Kadarius Toney again. Kadarius Toney deep to Xavier Worthy. They connect on this one here. They did run it on their on-air, on their team install. They did not complete it there. They completed it against the defense here in this clip that you see. Kadarius Toney, good note, was a high school quarterback in Alabama. So, could they use Kadarius Toney's arm? Maybe they will. We'll find out as kind of time goes along. But I think Andy Reid pulling out the trick plays early in this camp. Secondly, let's look at how they got creative by using other wide receivers in the backfield. First, Rashee Rice, one of those guys that they use in the backfield. A little bit of a quick pitch to him. They ran this play a couple times in their team drills. I'm interested to see how they do get these wide receivers that are playmakers out in space in the ball quickly. Same thing with Xavier Worthy here, where Xavier Worthy doesn't line up in the backfield, but it's a motion, kind of a play action, then a pitch to Xavier Worthy where he's able to make things happen in space. He's got dynamic speed. It makes sense, makes all the sense in the world for them to try to get him the ball in space. All right, that's going to do it for me here. Last note, Joe Thuney was back at practice. He was doing this work on the side to get his right pec ready. No live action for him today, but I thought this drill was really interesting to kind of strengthen up that pec, a note that I made as well during camp. So that's going to do it for me here up in St. Joe. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow us on Twitter at KC Sports Network to see these clips live as they happen. No practice for the Chiefs tomorrow on Tuesday, but we'll be here with you, giving you caught up to date for everything you need to know for the Kansas City Chiefs on any realm. We got you covered here. KC Laboratory going live tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time, so make sure you are locked into our YouTube page for them as well. That's going to do it for me. I'm Tucker Franklin. Hayley, let's send it back to you.
All right, 6 players spoke over the weekend. That's a lot. And we got 3 more today, so a lot of pressers to roll your way. We're going to start it off with today, and then we'll recap the weekend. First, we start up with defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo. Now, Coach Spags talked about things at practice getting a little bit chippy, how second-year defensive lineman Felix Anudike-Uzomah is developing, and his linebacker core.
I mean, I'm hoping that's a threat of all defenses. I'm certainly hoping it's a threat of ours. I don't think there's anything wrong with being chippy as long as we remember that we're all on the same team and that there's there's some respect there. And I think our guys handle that pretty good. I mean, we didn't get no fisticuffs yet, right? So nobody wants to encourage that. But listen, the game's physical, and the one thing we have conveyed to them is, especially the vets, like when you add up the number of plays they get in the 3 preseason games, I don't know, let's say it's 35 to 50, but you might be a DB that never gets to make a tackle. So some way you got to work on it, and to me, it's out here when you have pads on, and so we do what we call wrap and release, and that kind of maybe leads to some of that. But I think the offensive guys have been good about it. I think Felix has gotten a little bit better every day. I think there was a couple practices there he struggled a little bit. I think his confidence is better. The last 2 days he's been pretty good. Like today, yesterday and today, I thought he did pretty good without watching the tape. I thought he had some good plays. I mean, look, those are our base linebackers. Those are the 3. Then we try to get him in, mix him in there sometimes, and other downs and distances, possible third down. I think all 3 of those guys have certain skill sets that we would like to use. Get them out there. Now, when you got 3 linebackers in there, somebody's coming out. There's 1 less DB or there's 1 less D lineman. So we got to work our way through that. But one of the things we do like being is multiple. And when guys can play different positions, like Leo, he's kind of all over the place. Drew is, and Drew's got to play some Mike linebacker. And yeah, you get to about next week. I talked about it with the staff the other day. You got to start thinking about guys in dual roles now, because pretty soon it's not whatever the number is out there, 90. It's not 90 guys anymore, and all of a sudden our number of guys shrinks. So guys are going to have dual responsibilities.
Last one for Coach Spags. We all know it's going to be tough to replace a guy like L'Jarius Sneed in the secondary, and Spags says he's really just waiting to see how his players respond.
Well, we know who our number 1 is, right? We all know that. And we're just trying to find guys, and we're going to have to find our next 2 best players, however that works out. I mean, we know NJ, Nazi's dealing with his little injury right now. Josh has been out there. Kelvin, there's a lot of guys mixing in there. But somebody's got to surface, and if not, it gets tough. You can have the best pass rush in the world, but these receivers get open quick if you're not able to cover them. So we got some developing to do. We certainly miss LJ, but somebody's got to step up there and take that play. I'm waiting for somebody to, assert themselves and say that, I'm that guy that can do it.
All right, one player that might play a key role in, of course, making up for the loss of Sneed is quarterback Trent McDuffie. The third-year player talks about the defense's confidence going into the season on bettering himself year 3 and how he plans to step up after the loss of Sneed.
I mean, I throw Spags. Wherever he needs me, like I always said, that's where you can put me. Going against the best of the best, that's why we play this game, to go against the best of the best. So being able to compete no matter who it's against, I'm ready to do that. And I think the confidence has just become even more. I think that's the biggest thing for this defense out here is just we've gone through all the bumps and bruises. You know what I mean? We've worked back last year losing some games and having to fight through playoffs and go to away games and the adversity. So coming back, I think the big thing for us is just welcoming these new guys in.
All right, folks, that does it for another episode of Chiefs News Daily. As always, make sure you like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m.